So this is Classwork 6. These are all life applications or word problems. So we need to form a mathematical equation and solve the equation. And of course, first we need to name a variable. So let's see number 1. When 40% of a number is added to the number, the result is 504. So we see an equation here, right? So let's name the number n. You can call it any number, any variable, right? Because it's a number, so I use the initial n to represent. So let's translate. So 40%, let's write down 40% of a number, that means 40% times n, is added to the number, which is a number n. The result means equals to 504. So we have formed an equation. 40% of n, so 40% times n plus n equals to 504. So 40% is 0.4. Right, so 0.4 n plus 1 n equals to 504. Well, 0.4 n plus n, well, n is 1 n, so we get 1.4 n equals to 504. We divide by 4 on both sides, so n equals to 504 divided by 1.4. So how do we divide those two numbers without a calculator? So first I multiply 1. This one is 10 over 10. So I increase 504 to be 5,040. Then I increase 1.4 to be 14. Right? Then I see these two numbers, all even numbers, can be divided by 2. So I divided the numerator by 2, I get 25, 20. I divide the denominator 14 by 2, I get 7. Now I can do 2,520 divided by 7. So n equals to, well, 7 goes to 25 3 times, right? So I have 3. Then 3 times 7, 21. 21 subtracted from 25, we have 42. Well, 42 divided by 7 is 6. So the number is 360. So this is a process of solving any word problem or life applications, right? We name a variable. So whatever, the goal is. So in this case, the goal is to find the number. So we name the variable. Then we form an equation. We form equation. We translate English into mathematical equations. Then we solve for the variable. Okay, now let's see 2. 3 friends put their money to purchase a new game system that cost $298. So basically, a game totally costs this much. And 3 friends, so each one of them don't have enough money, so they put their money together. So one person contributed 9 less than the first person. And the third friend contributed 14 less than the first person. Okay, so we see this is the second one is compared to the first person. The third one is also compared to the first person. The question is asking how much did each of the friends contribute to the purchase? So we want to find, all 3 friends, how much money they have. So because they're all compared to the first person, let's name the first person as M amount of money, right? M amount. So then the second person would have $9 less than it. So that's M minus 9, right? Because 9 less. The third one has $14 less than, so that's M minus 14. Of course, adding those 3 together, we have a total of $298. $298. So I'm going to type. It's difficult to write with my fingers. Right. So we have m plus m plus m, so that's 3m. Then we have minus 9, minus 14, minus 9, minus 14, that's minus 23, equals to 298. So we add 23 on both sides. So 298 plus 23. So borrow 2, we have 21 left, that's 321, right? How I calculate that? You see 298 is 2 more from 300. So borrow 2 from 23, so I have 21 left, so that's 321. So m equals to 321 divided by 3, I got a 107. Okay, so the first person has $107. Then the second person has m minus 9, which is 107 minus 9. We get 17 minus 9, we get an 8, right? So we get a 98. 98 plus 9, that's 107. Then the third person is $14 less. It's m minus 14, which is 107 minus 14, which is 107, 17, so borrow 1 from 10, 17 is 3, so $93, right? So the first person has $107, the second person has $98, the third person contributed $93. So we have 3, 4, 5. Let's see 3. The length of a rectangular room is 6 feet longer than twice the width. Well, let's draw a rectangle. Let's see. I have a rectangle. Yes, I do have here. So I have a rectangle, right? And we call the long side L. Let's use capital letters. We call the short side W. Width, right? So the length of a rectangular room is 6 feet longer than twice its width. So what is this relation? So the length is twice of the width, 2W, longer, 6 feet longer is plus 6. So that's a relation between length and width. If the room's perimeter is 168 feet, what is perimeter? This top is L as well. This side is W as well. So when we add 4 sides, which is 2L plus 2W, that's a perimeter. And that's the definition of perimeter. Perimeter equals to 2L plus 2W. And in this case, we know it's given as 168. So 2L plus 2W equals 168 feet. So what are the dimensions of the room? Which means we need to find the length and we need to find the width. So our goal is to find the length of the room and the width of the room. So we're going to use these 2 equations. You see, this is a system of 2 equations. The first equation is L equals 2W plus 6. The second equation is 2L plus 2W equals 168. So we could use substitution method. Or we can simplify the second equation. Let's simplify the second equation. Whenever we can simplify, we simplify. So we divide by 2 for the second equation. We have L plus W equals to 84. Right, so we divide 2L by 2, divide 2W by 2, divide 168 by 2. Then we're going to use those two, we're going to work with this one and this one. And the first one says L equal 2W plus 6. So we're going to substitute this L with this 2W plus 6. That's how we get rid of L. So L is 2W plus 6, then plus W equals to 168. No, 84, because we have divided by 4 already. Right? So what did I do? I changed this L with this equivalent W, 2W plus 6. So this is old L, 2W plus 6 plus W equals to 84. So when I use 2W plus 6, I got rid of L. No more two variables. I only have one variable to deal with. I combine 2W with W, I get 3W. Then I subtract 6 from the other side. So 84 minus 6. So 3W equals to, well, 14 minus 6, that's 8. So I get 78. Then W equals to 78 divided by 3, which is 29. Right? Because 26. Right? 3 times 6, 18. 3 times 2, 6 plus 10 plus the carry on 1, so it's 26. W equals 26. If W equals 26, we need to find L also. L equals to 2 times 26, 2W plus 6. Okay, that's L. So L equals to, let me write it here. L equals to 52 plus 6, because it's 26 times 2 is 52 plus 6, which is 58. So we answer the question with the dimensions of this room is 58 by 26. Let's write those two answers. 58 by 26. The length is 58, the width is 26. Now let's see 4. 4, given the circumference of a circle is C equal to 2 pi r. Solve for the radius r. So we're not given any particular value. Here, solve for radius r means we want to single out r. Single out r. So what do we do? How do we single out r? We just divide both sides by 2 pi, right? We divide both sides by 2 pi. So we got r equals to C, which is the circumference, divided by 2 pi, and that's it. We don't get a specific value in here. This means solve R. So written R in terms of C and other numbers, 2 pi in this case. So the radius equals to circumference divided by 2 pi. Okay, now let's see 5. The base fare per ride for on the MTA bus or subway is $2.95. Actually, it's changed, right? Changed to be $2.90. But you get a 5% discount with a purchase. A weekly unlimited metro card costs $32. Right? How many rides a week will make the weekly unlimited pass more effective? More effective, right? So the weekly more effective. So what do? We form equation. Form equation. So each ride is 2.75 cents, $2.75. Let's see how many rides. Let's see R rides, right? R rides. And that equals to $32. Let's do, so we want to find out how many rides, $32 can cover for $2.75. And we divide by, so R equals to 32 divided by 2.75. So how do we divide those two numbers? Of course, you could use calculators. Otherwise, we just change the denominator to be a whole number. We multiply 100 over 100, right? So 32 divided by 2.75. It's about 12 rights, so 11.6. So if we do exactly, this is round, so this is about 11.6, and we round it up. We round up to 12. Okay, so 12 rights. So 12 rights, you know, so if we pay $32, so $32 covers almost 12 rights. It's a little less than 12 rights. So to make it more effective, that means has to be more than 12 rights, or 12 or above. So our answer should be the rights, how many rights greater than or equal to 12 rights. Because if you make 12 rights, or more, you save some money. So that's it. That's for work 6, classwork 6.